Hello, my name is Ellie and welcome to the second day of My Wild Garden Week. Today I am going to be showing you my garden and how I grow food for myself, but also create a space for wildlife whilst I do that as well. So we moved into the property that we're in now the day before lockdown started. So for a really long time it was just us and the garden, and it's been a really great project to get stuck into and to pass the hours away. I love working in my garden and I love just getting to relax in my garden as well. So it's a rented property, so I'm a little bit restricted on what I can actually do here, what I can grow here, but I still just love getting in there, doing what I can. And yeah, like I say, I've just really been enjoying it. So first thing to show you is all of these pots. So my old place, where we had a balcony, so we just grew everything in pots. And what's been really great for us is all of these lovely herbs, things like mint and basil, which have been really easy to grow. And we didn't even buy them from a garden centre, we literally bought them from the supermarket. When you sometimes get them in supermarkets, don't you, in pots. And we just put them into bigger pots and gave them a little water, gave them some love, and they've just been thriving. And then also this year we've grown some sage as well. So these were from seeds and we didn't give them any protection at all, they just grew, and we were just so thrilled to see them. But if you want to give them a little bit more protection, what you can do is you can cut a plastic bottle, get a plastic bottle, cut the bottom off, so you've just got a tube that you can pop over your plants, and that just gives them a little bit of protection from any slugs or snails that might want to eat the young tender plants. Speaking of slugs and snails, let me show you this. So this is a pea plant that has just been munched away at. Early on in the summer we did get some lovely peas to eat, and they are just really nice in salads, but also if we slice them up with a bit of soy sauce, a bit of garlic, that's really tasty too. But since then they have just been ravaged by slugs and snails. And when we got this garden and we started our gardening project, the most important thing for us was making sure that it was chemical free and making sure that it was peat free as well. And so that means that you have to be willing to share a little bit. And I've really not minded sharing this plant with the snails because I've just found them so enjoyable to watch. I don't know if there are any still out and about. Oh, there's some baby ones right in there. Don't know if you can see that. And yeah, they've just given me, there's another baby one. Oh, so cute. And honestly, watching the snails eat the pea has been more enjoyable for me than eating them myself. So I don't mind that at all. And actually what that's telling me is that maybe next year I'll just try growing something different there. It's clearly just not a plant that has been happy growing where it has, and there's any number of reasons for that. But generally, a healthy plant won't really get eaten by pests in this kind of way. So all you need to do, if you want to go chemical free in your garden, which I would really encourage you to do, is to find stuff that likes growing in your garden and that enjoys being there, because then they'll just look after themselves and you don't have to spend your money on nasty chemicals like pesticides or insecticides that are really just killing wildlife that we all really rely on. So yeah, we're just going to try something different here next year, but it's still been a really fun experiment to see it grow. And like I say, we did get some peas early on from it, so I'm happy with that. We'll try something different here next year. And then the final thing oh, well, not the final thing. Tomatoes. So tomatoes are a great one that really aren't affected by pests, really at all. They've been a bit slow this year, but look at them now, they're doing it, they're growing, and the flowers are fantastic for pollinators, and they smell great, and we get lovely tomatoes, which are lovely in salads, but honestly, most of the tomatoes don't make it that far, because I just eat them immediately. But they're a really nice, easy one, and all you need to do is put them somewhere sunny, give them lots of water, and they'll just grow lovely tomatoes for you. And you don't even need to go to a garden centre to pick up a tomato plant at all. Simply, the next time you buy some tomatoes, you could try cutting some in half, putting them in some soil, and that'll grow a tomato plant for you. So if you plant them around March, April time, just give that a go and see what happens. I mean, it's all a big kind of experiment, really. Like I say, it's the first garden we've ever had. So we've just been giving things a go, and we've just kind of let plants grow wherever they sort of wanted to, really, because we couldn't bear the thought of picking anything out that wasn't meant to be there. We just leave stuff to grow, and that's really, really fun as well. Which brings me on to the next bit. This giant whirlybird nasturtium. Hello, you're not meant to be here, but here you are. We did buy some seeds. We did want nasturtium in our garden because they're really good for pollinators. They have these huge flowers that are beautiful, and the bees just love them. But this one's not really meant to be here in the vegetable bed, but here it is anyway, in all its glory, and we're just going to leave it now because the bees love it so much, and it's just so beautiful. And then just in the bed, I'll just show you these are spring onions. Didn't buy them from seed. Literally just the end of the spring onion that you just don't use for cooking because it's got the roots on. Pop in some soil, and look at them. I've got so many, and it's free. And you know, we didn't know that they would grow. We just sort of popped them in and saw what would happen. Like I say, it's all just a big experiment, and some stuff is going to work and thrive in your garden, and some stuff just isn't going to work. And that's just what you need to find out. That's what gardening is all about, particularly gardening in a wildlife-friendly way. It's just all about seeing what likes to grow in your garden, what doesn't, and just giving it a go. So, yeah, get stuck in and get what is that growing here? Oh, it's your free My Wild Garden guide that you can get by visiting our website. And it's filled with hints and tips to help you create your garden, no matter how big or small the space may be. If you own the property and can do lots to it, or if you can just